Rolling.
We're gonna
Roll it.
Is this loud? Was that loud for you too?
No, it was perfect.
That's
I think.
actually
Blowing my ears out. Hell yeah.
Behind the I haven't sat over here ever. This is awkward and I'm uncomfortable already.
Episode 30.
Episode 3019.
30. Ooh.
2319.
Cade?
Bevin.
Craig. Chris.
Yes. Craig.
Nailed it.
Craig, you're new here.
Where'd you come from?
Where'd you come from?
I've come from I come from here.
Yeah.
Hell
This won't be
yeah.
on the test.
Yeah. You will not be marked.
Oh no, my light bar.
We are yeah, it's all right. It's over there. It's lighting.
It's happening.
You'll be all right.
I can see it. It's missing us.
So you came up for a gig.
Came up for a gig and
Came to
from
hang
Edmonton.
out. You came to hang out with us guys.
Session
You
drummer
guys.
extraordinaire.
We chatted about Deftones 100 times over for sure.
Yeah.
That's what brought you here specifically. I think you watched a really, really lackluster Deftones episode. I blame Cade 50%
That's
for that.
my fault.
Colin is the other 50% of a lackluster. The other
bad.
50%
Our
is
bad.
due to Maverick Records. They wouldn't let us play Change in the House of Flies.
They
Anything
wouldn't?
off White Pony. They wouldn't let air.
Fucking Madonna.
Yeah.
Jeez, dumb bitch.
That's who owns it, right?
Really?
No, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just based on what you guys said that episode. See, me personally, I don't know Deftones lore.
We can just
part
make
of
it
it.
up. It's been around for so long, you're probably going to get
That's
something
true.
correct.
Let's call Margaret.
Sorry. No, hold on.
No,
I'm
let's call
sorry.
her.
I'm sorry.
No,
Call
I'm
her
fucking
right
serious.
now. Call her.
It was Arjun. Look.
Oh, Arjun. Hey, buddy. I'm going to be late.
Don't read it. It's got secrets in it.
Did you guys know that I am lactose intolerant?
And you got a pistachio cream. Wait.
You guys are fucked.
You're working against the clock.
Guys
Oh, yeah.
farting and shitting and
I
shit.
like your commitment. Your commitment time.
This is going to be my anus. In a couple seconds.
Seconds?
Oh, yeah.
We should have brought towels.
We should.
Dang.
Yeah,
Why did you order a pistachio cream?
I don't know. It actually doesn't really bother me anymore.
Is it like almond milk?
No, it's...
I mean, like pistachio cream. Is that like an almond milk, or is it just
I asked them,
pistachio
like,
flavored milk?
Is there dairy in
Pistachios
here? And
don't
they're
have
like, oh,
titties.
yeah, lots. I'm like, oh, it's delicious.
It's cream, dummy.
No, cream doesn't really bug me. Or cheese. Just ice cream. Game over.
There's got to be
Within
something else
seconds. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, it's
Think
no
you can
good.
build immunity to that?
to it. Of course.
you
You
just
build immunity to
Everybody
anything.
watching, I
Cyanide.
swear to God, these chairs just make me look fat. My
Bevin, you
tits-
look beautiful.
This is a tight shirt.
That's a tight shirt.
It was a tight shirt. I bought it and I put it on. I'm like, maybe I should have got a large, but it's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It says Deftones.
It says Meshuggahs. Meshuggahs are high.
Misha Mansour.
It's a diabetes shirt.
Diabetes.
Meshuggah high.
Yeah. Is that we want to get right into that?
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Meshuggah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you know about them? Where are they from?
They're from,
Portland, Oregon, I heard.
I can't pronounce it properly. And Paul McLean, I know you're watching. It's Umea, Sweden, is how a Canadian would say it. But I don't know. It's like, Umik. I don't know. Something like that.
Is there like 7 Ks in it?
I think it's just UMEA, but it's got a weird
UME.
accent on one of those letters.
You and me.
You and me, baby.
I like
You
it.
and me.
What is TSI?
It's a trucking company
Sick. I
from
like
like the fucking 70s, I think. It's my grandpa's hat.
it. Nice.
This is my crown jewel right
Shout out to
here.
Grandpa.
Shout out, Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa.
Shout out Gramps.
So loud to me. I don't know where you get.
You got the control over the
Yeah,
loud.
maybe it's your headphone mix.
Is this me? Is this nope? That's somebody else. Is this
That's-
me?
that's
Hello?
me,
Just
yeah.
twist
That's me.
knobs till
One's
you
Jarvin.
I'm just gonna turn it off.
Yeah, you don't need to hear.
Hey.
Okay, Meshuggah. What do you think is cool about Meshuggah? Who's their MVP, so to speak?
The band. The whole band.
Good answer.
They
Nikes. Like a classic rock band, or what does Meshuggah do?
It's kind of glam, I think, right?
yeah, it's a bit of that, all that.
Bit glammy.
They're the heaviest band in the world, I think.
They're big boys.
People could argue, but they're wrong.
Their early stuff was kind of thrashy too, was it not?
Yeah, it was like Metallica's Injustice for All, but way more tech.
Yeah. Like I've heard like War, I think. or something. And that was super thrashy.
Yeah, that's kind of middle of their career. But yeah, their old stuff was just like super thrash, but more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Math, right? Mathy?
mathy. Yeah,
Mathematical metal?
you know, it could just be progressive metal, but nobody else really sounds like them, and there's a lot of imitators now. It's not gent.
Who is that band that we were listening to that you were like, this is the modern Meshuggah?
Viljarda.
Yeah.
I mean,
you like them-
they're also from Sweden, so they get a pass.
You'll
But
like
they
Humanity's Last Breath, too. They're just that, but
It's the same
slower.
Same band.
Well,
right?
I don't
Same,
like slower.
Basically.
Same drummer.
I think it's 2 same members.
yeah, something like that.
Buster and then I think...
And it's like holy shit.
they made Viljarda slower? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
More
ultra
tempo.
heavy.
It's like more deathcore-y, more tempo changes and shit.
lower tunings.
It's cool.
I guess I'm diverging you from Meshuggah talk.
No,
but
no,
You're
that's all.
Demi-
it's all
I just
part of it.
remember hearing that, and it was quite sick. Bram Market. Bram Market.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll find that
Braun.
track. We'll find that
Oh,
track.
yeah, I don't know.
It's
you
so
could,
sick.
You could talk about a lot of other bands kind of related. I mean, they were the inspiration to the gent craze.
Now everyone wants to sound like Meshuggah, so I mean...
Yeah, back in 2008, 2009 is kind of when gent was really coming out, and mostly American bands. And
Was it that long ago? Who was the first then?
the first, well, like apparently the word gent was invented by Misha
Misha
Mansour and some other member of Periphery.
Just talking about how a guitar riff sounded.
Yeah, off of the song Soul Burn by Meshuggah. It was junk, gent.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that's apparently the inspiration.
I love onomatopoeias to describe guitar sounds.
What's your favorite?
Thal.
Thal.
Thal
Ooh,
is
that's
all,
low.
baby.
That's low tuned.
Thal is like when you hit the note and then it fucking modulates the pitch too. No, like it's so low that the string can't even keep it together.
It goes sharp,
That's the best.
sharp
sound.
down.
Yeah, that's the best sound. I think the first person to ever like put me on Meshuggah was Craig Dahl, actually.
Oh,
right.
where's the
Yeah.
When I met
All
Craig,
heroes wear capes, right?
when I met
That's right.
Craig, like Meshuggah was like, he was like, this is the band. This is like what you aspire to be. I was like,
What track did you tell him to start with? Or album
man.
did you get him to said, hey, if you're going to start anywhere, start here?
it's probably Obzen or Nothing.
Probably like yeah. I
have
think
been
nothing
Nothing.
has always been the one that like that's I think peak Meshuggah in my opinion.
Straws
But
Pulled is
Yeah.
my favorite song. by
great
Meshuggah.
record? That was the first. The first record I heard from them. That was the latest one that was out when I heard about them.
Is Obzen after that? Because that's the first one you showed me.
Obzen.
Wait,
was,
that's got the guy who looks like Moby
Yeah.
doing like a yoga pose. on the
Obzen
front of it?
was
yeah, that was 2006.
yeah.
That album was pretty sick.
Obzen
Obzen's
was
sick, yeah.
Nothing's before that?
yeah.
Nothing's before that. Yeah.
So you met him when you were 4?
No.
Wow.
Just
That was
kidding.
just that was what he was listening
No.
to. when I met him.
Don't
You
say
gotta
that
listen to
me.
Meshuggah, kid.
I'm still 4. What do you mean?
Yeah, jeez.
Benjamin Button.
Yes.
Yeah, looked good though.
Hey.
So nothing.
Nothing.
What tracks a guy start off with?
Obsidian.
Track 1.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Craig.
What's the first track is Rash? No, the Stenga. Was that the first track?
Is that where you just start? The whole album's that good? You just roll
think
into
like-
it?
right?
That's
I think
it
it's
has
Stenga.
all the bangers on it. Like you think
Yeah.
if you had one album to kind of like encapsulate what Meshuggah is, I think it's nothing. Like everything.
Does all the things they do?
Yeah.
Nothing is everything.
Well, it's like I think
Nothing's-
it's right in the middle. I think it's like their middle.
Everything
album
is
now.
nothing. That was a Manchester Orchestra album.
Don't call me that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Stenga was the first track. Yeah, just yeah.
But it's good enough that you wouldn't, if you were risking someone's fandom on it, you're just going to be like, this album.
But that's the
Go.
thing is like you don't want to be the. You have to have. You don't want to be the
Shepherd?
person that gives out the like the gold seal of approval, and then it disappoints. You
That
got
sucks,
you got to be
yeah.
really true in your.
Yeah. That's That's super true.
You gotta,
Oh,
you gotta
like
pick
you-
your moments.
You almost want to like. It's like when someone's like, "Oh, I watched this movie last week. It was the best movie I ever seen ever in my life. The best movie, so good."
And it was
then
Ghost
you go and
Rider
watch
2.
it, and you're like, I mean, they hyped it up too much, you know.
Yeah.
A friend of mine and I figured that out a long time ago, and we're like, man, most mediocre album I ever heard, just right up the middle, a real bunt, you know, like it was. They couldn't have tried less on this thing, and that was the secret code. So you went into it just like basically with no recommendation, but you wouldn't have heard it if someone hadn't said it was mediocre.
Yeah.
That is not how I sold Dune to everybody.
No.
I'm like, it's the best movie that was ever made. Best movie. Best popcorn bucket, Cade was saying.
Hell yeah.
For real, I got 2.
Yeah.
One for the car, one for the home.
So you ease them up, you give them like a, I don't know, like a B+ song, and then let them discover the A?
Yeah,
I'm
I
into
think
that.
that's You set them up for the home run, but then you know,
Let them kind of discover it themselves. Be like, hey, there's chocolate in here, but there's hazelnut too, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gotta dig, but it's in there.
Yeah.
No, I like that
I like
approach.
that too, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's probably how it went
Hell
too. I was
yeah.
like, "Who's this band?" Craig was like, "Just listen to them.
Just listen to 'em.
Don't listen
Don't
to me.
question.
Listen to them." And I was like, "Oh fuck, this is real. This is some real shit." I love Ian.
Fuck City. Did you see live?
Love.
No, I still want to. I still need to.
How about you guys?
I saw them their last time in Edmonton. They played Midway, which is like an old.
That's
Yeah,
the show that we
missed that.
slept
We
on.
we should have seen
I was
that.
like, it's because there was
That-
Meshuggah. There was like 6 shows going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Meshuggah, Tool, and something else. Oh, for me, it was Monuments and Ginger, I think is
Right,
what it was.
right.
And I was like, well, I can't go to all 3.
Yeah.
So I'll just
Go to none.
I'll go. It ended up happening because it's like, no, I think it's Meshuggah. I think Meshuggah is the pick. And then it was sold out. And I went like every avenue down every
Yeah.
person I knew who knew people in that show. And it was just like, hard no.
Yeah.
You can't get past the doors.
And like,
Next one.
yeah, Midway is like a place in Edmonton that used to be like a country bar, and so like
Yeah.
that's where all of the like the kind of bigger shows are starting to go.
Nice.
So I've never seen it that packed before. Like it was like people were in the boot room almost. Like it was
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried barking up every tree to get in there. Like, not a chance.
You didn't stand outside the bar and suck
No,
dick
I
for
would
tickets.
like
So
the
not everything
short of driving 4 hours to suck dick for tickets. Yeah,
word.
just short of that though.
Everything else.
I blew like 4 people around here. I just wasn't gonna drive for it, you know.
Standing outside the wrong bar.
You don't know who Meshuggah is? God damn it. Not again. I gotta ask that first.
Protein's protein, man. I mean, shit.
What about you, Bevin? You seen him?
Yes. Just.
Is this the opening track of Nothing?
Yep.
Good call, Jarvis.
Yeah, I saw him. It was incredible. I was just once though. I only saw him, but I was stage left, like right at stage left. So I was like 2 feet away from Dick Lovegren, their bass player.
Ooh.
And I was there with my buddies Kat and Severin, and we were just going ham. And then Dick comes by like on a break, and he's just like, "You guys are just loving this shit, aren't you?" And we're like, "Ah!" Yeah, it was sweet.
That is sweet.
It was an amazing show.
You have a friend named Severin?
Severin Sweetenham,
Shout out to that guy.
he's the man. Sev,
Shout out, Sev.
I love you.
You have a cool name.
So what makes this cool?
This?
Just hear it. It's got just a nice bounce to it, hey? I haven't
Yeah.
heard this album.
This
Not gonna lie
album
to you.
gets you warmed up. It starts with the slow, slow for Meshuggah, I guess. Well, they go slower too, but there's a bunch of real quick songs on this record, but it just was like, okay. I kind of set it at a medium pace at the start.
Crumpable. Definitely crumpable.
Will it crump?
Oh, it'll crump. I'll make it crump.
You eating oatmeal too?
That's my signature move. With all the sounds, too.
This is really hard to play on drums, this part.
It's super hard. Gotta use the left hand on that crash.
Yeah. No, I can't even. But it's like hands doing this. Cymbals, snare.
It's actually like infuriating watching him live because how relaxed he is, and he's just like pulling off all this stuff. And you're like,
Yeah, but that's what all us non-drummers think about you guys when you play.
That's
And you're like,
100% true.
fucking try. Sweat. Like just like spray bottle or something. Like fake it. Fake
It's
trying.
wild. He is so good, and he's literally he's doing nothing compared to what he could do. But that's why they're cool.
Yeah. So is he the backbone of this?
Yeah.
he writes all the lyrics too. I think like he does.
Yeah, writes a lot of pretty much all the lyrics.
Neil Pearce
Sick.
it a bit.
Yep.
He does
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Shout out Rush.
Rush.
Cade loves Rush.
Yep. Just trying to be witty. I have
Remember-
nothing. I got nothing.
Remember Tom Sawyer cover?
Oh yeah, by
By
Deadsy?
Deadsy?
Fuck, that song rips.
Yeah.
With an FZ5? FZ2.
It was FC the 1 or 2.
FC1 or
the,
2.
The old one, yeah.
And an octave. Must be.
FC1 going through
Oh yeah. Love that noodle on top.
Oh,
JCM
yeah.
800.
That's it.
Yeah, and maybe like 12 noise gates. But
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of like the ambivalent floating around lead line.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, they have the best
My penis.
solos.
you poop?
Yeah, the drum fill.
Pistachio cream?
No, just come.
Again?
I pooped cum.
Oh, what?
Good to know.
You know what? It's
It was a slow show
it's
last
better
night.
to cum a shitload than the shit a cum load.
That's
okay?
true.
For real.
Words to live by.
For real.
I'm gonna get that tatted on the chest.
Right above my ass.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. That gent sound. Is this 8 strings?
This is their first 8-string album.
What's that, a low G?
F sharp.
Yeah, it's 8-string standard, right?
8-string standard half step down.
Half step there.
That's filthy. How do you feel about that bass tone? Be honest.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, what bass tone?
Well, he tunes to the same octave because you could go lower than that, but you're not.
Only
hearing
dogs
it.
will hear it.
Yeah, but there's a difference between bass pickups and guitar pickups, so it still fills her up. Oh yeah, this is the original mix, which
They redid it or what?
they redid it. Yeah, there's the yellow album. This is the original one. Then there's the blue version of the album art, and that was redone in a few ways. They redid the guitars because the guitars they used on this original record were pretty much prototypes, and they were kind of out of whack intonation wise.
What do they play?
Ibanez M80.
They were
or
playing on these ones. They were playing Nevborn guitars, which I haven't heard from them since. But
Oh.
they were cool enough to give 8 strings a shot.
So this mix is 04?
Yeah,
Those drums sound sick.
I like the drum sound on this better, even though they're a bit cleaner on the remix. They're a little too harsh in some, like the snare drum's way too harsh on the blue version, but it sounds way more raw on this record.
Yeah.
It's super like DIY, and it kind of was because they mixed this album in like a week because they had to go on tour and it was some rushed thing. So, and that's another reason why they redid
it sounds rushed.
Yeah, but
It's so good.
it's so good.
That's
They're
embarrassing.
pros.
But I feel like Violent Sleep of Reason, that was like their the best sounding,
Best drum sound
like
record.
overall.
by far.
There's something like messy about some of their mixes, but in like a good way.
Yeah.
Even like Ob's End, like it's kind of like muddy spots. But
All their records have a weird sound to them, and
Well, even if you think of it arrangement wise, like everything's sitting in the basement, you know? Like,
yeah,
what's the top end in this? Just cymbals? A little
Pretty
bit
much.
little bit of air on the snare.
guitars,
His
and
vocals
cymbals.
pretty low, mid.
Yeah, But yeah, all of their, like, even their latest record, Immutable, was like, at first I was like, I don't like the mix. I was like, I don't like it. And then now I like it. It grew on me. And then I kind of like went back and realized all of their albums don't sound like, mix-wise, don't sound like anything else. And they're kind of weird at first. But then you just kind of figure out that that's what they've always done. It's like, oh, that's just Meshuggah. Like,
Same producer? Or who's mixing this?
this one, I don't know who did this one. But
Is that part of the divergence in sound? Is that where new guy at the desk or what?
no, I don't think so. I don't know about this record as far as the production, because again, it was super rushed. But most of the time, they produce themselves. But they always work with like a well-known engineer, like basically from their kind of big breakout album, which was Destroy, Erase, Improve. And then the one after, Chaos Fear, we're done with Daniel Bergstrand out of Dugout Studios, and he was like, he did all the Gothenburg bands, or he's like one of two guys that did all the Gothenburg bands. So Daniel ended up, he's more known for like In Flames, and later on like Soilwork and Decapitated. But then he came back and he mixed Kolos? That was, yeah, Kolos. I liked that record a lot, and it was kind of more raw sounding like this one too. But
I can't find who produced it.
Are they changing up gear? Like you said, guitars obviously were prototype on that one.
Yep.
Is that part of it, or is it literally an intentional, like, you know, changing of the EQ on the amps, or like, I don't even know how you attain a difference in sound across that many albums when you have the same elements effectively.
yeah, they're nerds, so they definitely experiment with a lot of different types of gear. So that has a big part to do with the difference in sound. But like this album in particular, like they made 8-string guitars. Like they're like, we're gonna play 8 strings now, and they got somebody to build them. Like, so this is a pioneer album for 8-string. Like, this is the first one.
Why?
Because they wanted to go lower.
Oh, I know, but why 8 strings? Why not just 6 strings with heavier
Let's
gauge?
go 9.
Like,
Fuck it,
at
let's
that
do
point,
10.
At that point, like, other than the occasional lead line, I don't hear anything.
It could just be utility, because their 3 albums before this were all 7s. So if they just put an extra string on there, they can write the new stuff lower, and then still play all the other stuff.
Touche.
Yeah, so there's
Live solution.
guitars are expensive.
Is it Korn though that kind of started the 7-string thing? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could be contributed with some of that guitar riffery too.
As far as
Moving up into
popularity,
the guitar zone, right?
yeah, because Steve Vai invented the 7-string. He got Ibanez to build him one, and he originally wanted an extra high string. I can't remember what he was going to tune it to, but they tried it, and they're just like,
What a waste.
There's no way to do it with the note and the string and the scale length. The string's always broke.
A
with the high-
0.004.
So he's like, well, fuck, let's just go lower.
Go
And
the
then-
other way.
So he made the guitar, and everybody's just like, what the fuck? Like, why? It's weird. And then Korn's just like, and they're like, hey, this is kind of cool, smoking meth. And like,
I'm gonna play the lowest note and then the highest note.
yeah. And so
back to the lowest note.
So yeah, they were the first band to
Then I think
like popularize it.
West Borland too was
West
like
Borland.
a huge.
Yeah,
That's
same
what turned,
scene.
Deftones too. Let's not knock
that's
them
what,
out too.
That's what turned Stephen Carpenter, because West Borland tuned. I think he tuned the 7 strings to E standard, so you'd feel
Right.
you'd feel the 6 string, but it's actually a 7 string, and that's what I think started Steph Carpenter.
Yeah,
doing
he
his
loved
thing.
these guys too. That's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
few bands.
It was like,
he's
what's your favorite
referenced.
band? He's like, Meshuggah.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Like, yeah, it is. There's no hesitation ever.
Yeah.
Every interview. It's kind of like Abe and
Yeah.
his whole thing.
police thing.
Yeah, it's always Stuart Copeland.
Yeah.
No one else has ever been cited by that guy as an influence, and you hear it. A whole
Big
bunch.
time.
I think he was also a huge Mitch Mitchell fan too, from the Hendrix experiment.
Yeah, Mitch Mitchell. And
Okay.
Abe always says Injustice for All too. He's like, he always mentions that one. too.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only ever read.
I could see it in the metering of that, like, you know, changing time signatures and stuff. Like, it's totally out of injustice, but it's pretty interesting because
Yeah.
Lars is pretty straight ahead to be nice.
Oh yeah, I just watched their
Some kind of monster.
Elton John. What was it? The Gershwin Prize.
Oh,
Metallica played on that. They covered "Love Is Bleeding," "Bad Love Is Bleeding," or something like that.
was it good?
It was pretty okay. Cool. I mean, Elton was pretty pumped. Bernie Taupin was there, stoked as well. It's weird seeing 60-year-old James Hetfield in leather pants.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just awkward.
Yeah.
But they're still alive.
Still doing it.
Still doing the thing.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely a Metallica cover. Like, yeah, there was all manner of yas. There was a bunch of microphones on the stage for nobody to sing into, which was weird. Like, why bring them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know who else got off of that whole Meshuggah Deftones thing? I didn't realize until after, but that Jesse Cash of Era, you know that guy? You guys ever listen to Era? Mm-hmm. I listened to the one album and I was like, there's some sick riffs in here, some crazy screams. In an interview with him, he's like listing off Misery Signals, Deftones, Meshuggah. I'm like,
Dang.
no wonder why I like this guy's stuff. He's pretty smart.
It's all my favorite shit.
Yeah, sick.
Is that the band? Is that them?
No,
course.
that's the GameCube
That's the
intro music
GameCube?
you're thinking
Oh,
of. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Ow!
Crush. So nothing, and then how did you find them? How did you find Meshuggah?
Deftones like that. Like I went to I think probably Bevin was working at CD Plus back in
Yeah, we were.
Hell yeah.
you
Oh yeah,
you,
I shrink wrapped a few CDs.
oh
Yeah, man.
hell yeah.
That place was sick. I used to
Peggy. That was her name.
Peggy, yeah. Out of control, Peggy. Cian too. Remember Cian? She worked there too. Punk rock
Yes.
Cian.
Right. Holy
CM
shit.
Punk?
Cian Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah,
100%.
Before that other guy. CD Plus. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I impulse bought because I was like, oh, like Deftones. Like I've heard of that band before, but like I didn't know what was up. So I impulse bought Diamond Eyes, and that was actually my first. I just
Lucky.
grabbed it and like this kind of looks cool, and I yeah, and then
I mean, you either get in at White Pony or Diamond Eyes.
Diamond Eyes
Yeah.
is like White Pony number 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, White Pony with modern
Yeah.
mix
Yeah.
and lower
So good.
guitars.
Yeah.
yeah, but I've been hooked ever since, and just like followed the band through everything. I feel like it's like weirdly like my brand now, like in a way, like people like always attribute me as like the Deftones guy.
Sweet.
So it's like that's cool. Like,
You can join our two-way, three-way second biggest Deftones fans on the planet if you want.
I'd love that. Yeah.
Dia
Second
Deos.
to me, of course. I'm
Yeah.
the biggest.
Name
Deftones
3 songs again.
Deftones.
Yes, go.
Deftones by Deftones.
That's a cover.
Oh,
That's a cover.
One more.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. A Man After Midnight.
Yeah, all right. You're there. Fine. Honorary mention. Yeah.
So Dia de los Deftones.
Yeah. You want to go to that?
I would love to go to that.
We're going.
Should we go?
Let's go.
System of a Down.
That
Wait.
sold out really fast.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that was
it's
like
too
90
late.
seconds sold
Yeah.
out.
That was
And
a
Mars
different one.
Volta. That's what got me at the end. I was
right.
like, sick, huh? And then
Everybody's going to go there.
pizza pie.
It's going to be sick.
Banana terracotta, banana terracotta.
Pepperoni and
A lot of musical theater buffs. For sure.
I love System of a Down.
System's
too.
awesome. Yeah.
You can't hack them.
No.
That's my
Not at
childhood.
all.
Same with Deftones. Childhood show. San Francisco. 2020 this year? Next year.
This year.
This year.
Wow. What a world.
When is it?
It's almost 12:30.
When's the show that we're going to go to?
It's tomorrow.
Dia de los
And it's
Deftones?
fall?
Wouldn't that be
It's
fifth?
fall.
I think it's in the fall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just making shit up.
It's
I was gonna say Cinco de
Signed in
Mayo.
Blood. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Why not? Right? Only live once.
Oh, this is gonna take a
gonna-
fucking long time.
It'll take a
fellas.
minute. So Diamond Eyes, yeah, what a sick spot to start. Did you
Yeah.
get to see them live yet?
I unfortunately have never had the pleasure, which is
Me neither.
Last Deftones episode we tried to do, these guys ruined it. They said that he can't sing live.
I didn't say
Murdered
nothing.
it live. Not you, Colin. He who will not be named.
Yeah. A lot of my friends are just like, man, they suck live. And it's like, yeah, but you don't like the band either.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't count.
yeah, you gotta be in it. You just gotta fucking get it. Some people just don't fucking get it.
Just
don't get it.
They don't. They
Like,
don't.
man, you've never been sad in your
You've
life.
never
Like,
seen-
Yeah, maybe
fuck
that's what it
off.
is. Is that what it
You
is?
gotta be a little sad, a little
Yeah, go get-
self-deprecating
Yeah.
to get to
Plus,
Deftones bug.
you got to be a medium amount sexy. You got to feel sexy
Yeah.
and sad
Oh,
at the
man.
same time.
Absolutely.
You're like, oh, it's not great that I look this good.
Yeah. I feel like a beautiful woman listening to them.
I'm so
sometimes.
sad,
Yeah.
but so horny. Thank you, Gino. That's how I feel when I'm
that
listening to
meme of him
Deftones. It's just-
of that guy listening to Deftones. I send you that one.
yeah. No, I
that's
sent
hot.
you that one. You
Oh,
storied
okay,
that
good.
one.
Yeah, I love that.
There's
one. That's
something
me.
ultra inherently feminine about Deftones that I know just a lot of guys can't get into. And some like women too. They're just like, they suck. It's like, get out of here. Leave,
Man,
please.
you can
Get out of-
headbang to it. You can have sex to it.
Yeah.
You can smoke weed to it.
Yeah.
Smoke meth to it, probably.
Probably you could drive around with your windows down, real slow to it.
Or up.
You're not in
Yeah.
a rush.
Real fast.
You
to it.
fuck off with them up. You put them down. You put them down.
Put 'em down.
Get out of here. If you just because you're ashamed of listening to them, doesn't mean the rest of us are.
No, I opened the sunroof.
Yeah, so the birds can hear it. Get out of here. Yeah, I love them. But Meshuggah, that's where we started.
Nope.
Okay, Deftones. What was your next album? Did you
Meshuggah.
just start going chronologically, or did you go backwards? Did you check out some B-sides and rarities?
The B-sides and rarities were great, but I think like everybody, like you check out White Pony. I don't know, like I feel like that band's plagued by that album. It's like it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's super
it's-
good.
I
But-
wouldn't even consider it like their best in my opinion. Like
No, for sure. Yeah.
It lands really high for me just because it's where I started.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, Digital Bath, Change in the House of Flies. There's so many. Passenger?
Yeah.
Come
Like-
on. I heard Deftones did Passenger with Dillinger Escape Plan. Frontman, Greg
Oh,
Puciato,
man.
and it was
Yeah.
it was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
That's
No affront to Maynard, but I was like, this isn't right, and I was like, wait a minute, this is better. And then all of a sudden, now Dillinger Escape Plan was really high on my playlist, and I got to experience all that coolness after too. So
Hell yeah.
That's a ridiculous band.
Yeah, like,
they're
White
they're
Pony is-
reunioning.
Really?
Yep, they're doing festival tour this summer, I guess.
Should we go?
Yep.
Okay.
Should we just fucking quit our day jobs and
take her
just,
on the road.
just
Yeah.
be groupies?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's a good idea.
They sleep with the band.
Sleep with the band. Yeah, well, White Pony was out when I first got into them, but the first album I bought was self-titled or Deftones. It's so good, yeah, and it's probably their heaviest. Maybe I don't know. That's
It's hard to say
debatable.
once you get.
But it's
Diamond
really-
Eyes is super heavy too.
It's yeah, exactly.
You've seen The Butcher?
Come on.
Jung, jung,
But
jung, jung.
I think maybe self-titled is a bit more like just like raw and intense, heavy.
The
A lot
opening,
more screams,
the
like way
opening
less singing.
to Around the Fur.
Yeah.
That drum fill alone is enough for me. As soon as
Oh,
I hear
yeah.
that, I'm like, oh yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
How do we
But,
how do we feel about Ohms? Do we like Ohms? That was my
I like
first
Ohms a lot.
Deftones album.
Was it?
First
That's
song
why
was-
you don't like him so much.
Maybe
You
that might
gotta-
actually be it.
Dude, you got to put it in reverse. You gotta.
I do like the song.